Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to Subnautica on PlayFrame. We're in the Cyclops in silent mode, because we're being honestly overcautious probably, but I've gotten us back to our... You can't see, it's very dark and... we should just go to bed. We've got back out to the station that we're looking to get all set up out here, near the alien base door thing we just stumbled upon. I got some supplies. That's a little better. I got some supplies, got us back out here. I also realized my very stupid error I was making in setting up power cell charging stations here. Because where is it getting the power to recharge the batteries? The Cyclops. So it was achieving nothing. The power was going from these power cells into those ones. And not achieving a whole lot else, really. So I got everything recharged. Generally, I've got a couple spare charged ones in bins, in lockers in here, in case we need them. But I'm clearly going to need a different solution. It might be, I was kind of thinking about it on my way back out here, it might be the best solution is ultimately maybe these little stations I'm creating out here should be a bit more than just little rest stops. Maybe getting them set up with some sort of a power solution, because solar obviously not doing it.
Warning, emergency power only. Oxygen production offline.
But getting them set up with some sort of power solution so that they can all be charging up power cells as like little stops. Like I can come out here with the Cyclops, pick up some power cells that are fully charged, drop off some dead ones, and maybe that's a smart way to go about it. Maybe there's some other options. Eventually, we'll be able to install a module that, I'm gonna need some, oh wait, I don't need another scanner. I need a multi-purpose room there we go. Eventually, I'll be able to install a module that allows us to, now why is that not working? Did I put a locker in there? I probably did. There's a module that can recharge the Cyclops in particularly hot waters, but no, I didn't. Why isn't that working? Huh. Were these getting in the way somehow? They're not doing anything. We might as well not have them here. Otherwise, I'm not sure why that was not working. Yeah, why is that a problem? Is it bumping into the wall? No? Is it just too high? Is it too high off the ground? Like too high off of... No? Like I can understand why it doesn't work here. This is just clipping into ground terrain. That feels like that should work though. Yeah, maybe its legs are just having to reach too far. Huh. Well, we're not getting a lot of use out of the scanner room just yet, so, right, full inventory. Hang on. We'll just create a tiny locker in here. Free up a little bit of space in what will no doubt be some riveting television for all of you. There we go. Now you. I've already spent so many hours doing stuff off camera, just the busy work stuff off camera, like this. Stuff exactly like this. Which I want to do, like, I want to keep some of it on camera because it is part of the experience to a degree. It is also very repetitive and kind of tedious, and in many ways, not any kind of progress. And I know some of you would absolutely be down to watch the entirety, every single little thing. I know that's not all of you, though.
30 seconds.
Okay. Will this plan work? I can see one way my... no, oxygen is still ticking away a little bit, isn't it? The one thing about this plan that might not work is...
Welcome aboard, Captain. All systems online.
If my lantern fruit tree will not, like, survive, will not be able to grow or bear fruit down here, given no sunlight can reach here. That would make complete sense why that would not work. I don't know if that, like, I don't know how the game's systems account for that, or if they account for that at all, but I could see that being a reason this doesn't work. But we're going to try it, because if it does work, that'll be very rad and convenient for me. Okay. Let's grab some fruit. One or two to chuck into the reactor. And one to plant. And we'll see what happens. One way or another, we learn. So, plant one. And let's see if that actually grows. There we go. We got power.
Restored. All primary systems online.
And we'll check on you in a little bit. It'd be rad if that works. I really, really don't know if it will. But okay. That's a start. What else needs dropping off in here? Sure. I'll keep the rest. I brought one of each tablet, just in case we need it, because I don't know if I can get inside. Dark. Let's make a bed.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
I know we have one in the sub, but I would kind of like to have one in each of these little stations as well, for convenience. There we go. Not yet tired enough to sleep. Fine, be that way. It does seem to be growing, though. We'll just have to see if it actually bears fruit. Fine, no sleeping. I'm impatient to look in here anyway. Assuming I can get in. There might be a force field blocking me. Yeah. We're in to whatever this is. What if we find another teleporter? That'd be wild. And where would it take us? Just snooping around. Trying to make sure I'm not missing anything cool in any little corners. Ho 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 ho! I need another one of our little green power cubes, I think. Maybe multiple. It is possible these are only like, activatable from one side. Like, it's possible I've just forgotten how I activated the first one, but it seemed pretty obvious where to put one of the cubes at the time. But if I had one handy, maybe one would just be popping right up out of here. That does kind of seem worth finding out. I should go fetch a couple and come back. Or it is going to bug me. I want to know. 'Cause maybe I do just need to find the pair, like the portal that goes with this one, and activate that, and then I'll have a nice little shortcut between these 2 points. But what if? It's growing. I don't know, man. We'll see. And I am increasingly wondering if I do want to have the sea moth. Here's something fussing. Maybe that's not the Reaper. Maybe that's one of the smaller sharks that I was hearing. I don't know. I do wonder if I should have the sea moth instead of the prawn for some of these situations, but it honestly feels just as fast and a little easier just going back home like this. It almost certainly isn't, but it feels like slightly less of a headache at the moment. Okay, we're back in.
Aboard, Captain.
Thank you. Let's see. Artifacts kept in here. Let's take a couple. You know what? We'll overkill. We'll take 4. That's way more than we could possibly need. But just to save us a future trip. Anything else I should be bringing with? Hopefully not. Ooh, I'm gonna grab couple more magnetite, because I think I also need that, and maybe a wiring kit to... What is it I need? We can make another of our modules for the Cyclops now, and it looked like a very useful one. Which was it? It was the sonar, right. Just need a computer chip along with that, which I can almost certainly make quick and easy. Computer chip. No. Missing copper. I'm out of copper. Boo. Fine, it can wait. If we stumble upon any copper while we're out there, or a copper node while we're out there, I got the prawn suit. We can drill.
Science stabilizing. It is your primary directive to swim closer to that appear to have full.
I feel like that's a bad idea, though. Knock it off. That's the Mesmer. We found it.
Swim closer now.
That's cool. If I can reach you, I'm going to hit you with this. Get out of here. Ah. So that's what the Mesmer do. Okay, so swimming closer at the time, like while grabbed, it drains health a little too fast, and I still managed to hit it, but what would the other solution to that be? Stasis didn't stop it. Propulsion? Or like repulsion cannon? Maybe? Maybe. Didn't drop anything super important, fortunately. Grab... No, I can eat here. But yeah, I'm gonna take... I don't know if I'll run into another one of those randomly, but let's bring this. Because now I'm curious. And, actually, hey, these are charged up. We can get these in storage as well. Hungry. There we go. Let's try that again. Where is that? There's that little rascal. Picking a fight with it is probably an error. I'm sure another will grab me before long, and I'll have the opportunity to figure out on the fly how to deal with it. In the meantime, I got oxygen to go collect, and a tree to check on.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
It's growing. We'll see. It might hit a point where it stops without, like, access to sunlight. It would make so much sense, but we'll see. Okay. While I was there, I did grab...
Power only. Oxygen production offline.
I'm sorry, what? Why? You had so much power. Why are you... Where'd it all go? You weren't even doing anything. How are these all empty? What's draining power from you? This is confusing. Was it just leaving lights on? That feels unlikely. I mean, it's possible, but I also didn't leave it for very long. The engines... All right. I guess engines weren't off. I thought they were.
Engine.
That would explain it, though.
Down.
Okay, glad there was an explanation at least. I was otherwise going to be very, very confused. We have spares, though. Just gotta be a little more careful about that, I guess. There we go. Okay. Put you all in storage for now. And we should have enough to create... Yeah! Sonar, well... Yeah, okay, good. Had just enough copper for it. So with that, we can place that in here. Good. All right. Sweet. We'll try that out later. And we'll turn off the lights, because now I'm paranoid about it. I'll have to figure out how power draw on this thing works, depending on, like, what stuff you've left on. Obviously, the engine drains power, and that makes sense. Even if it's not actively moving anywhere. Hopefully other stuff is not too power greedy. It's still growing. But okay. Let's see if there's anything... Let's see if there's anything we can do about you. Go away. Well, we can sure do that preemptively. And that feels pretty good. Good toy. All right. I'm hoping that having these in my possession is going to cause something to react, but it is increasingly feeling like, no. What if I equipped them? Probably not. Oh, you can't equip them, can you? No. Sad. Okay, this must just be a destination then. Gotta power it on elsewhere. Fair enough. We'll find it someday, I'm sure. Pretty cool just discovering this on its own, either way. And when we eventually do find the other place, like a way to turn this teleporter on, it's going to take us directly to one of our little outposts. And that's pretty cool. Okay. Let's get in the prawn and wander around a little bit. We have not scoped out the area. I'd love to use a scanner on the place, but
All systems online.
need to make sure our power situation in the little outpost works out first. Sorry, I know it's very dark. Don't you drain down to 0 for no reason on me now. Okay. So aside from that, what else is around? How far south can we head from here before that starts seeming like a very bad idea? You suck, fish. Though I do kind of like there being a smaller fish that is a danger. Like that. That it's not all larger ones. I do see some ground down here. I wonder if a Reaper did come and try to eat us in this thing, would the drill arm drive it off, I wonder? I hope so. You know what, we do always need more quartz. Quartz and titanium both. Not that I think we're gonna find any of these, like, nodes in titanium form, but, you know, never hurts to have some stored up. There we go. So we are well over a kilometer from home now. And if my understanding is correct, that does mean we're gonna find like a drop-off cliff before too long. Which might be this. Beyond which, nasty. And this is feeling like a that situation, but let me, yeah, this feels like this is just going down to nothing. I think we found the edge. Like even the cliff face walls just start becoming featureless. Could be some neat stuff near the edge, though. In the nooks and crannies. Potentially. What if? This is just really feeling more like edge of the world stuff. In terms of terrain. Kind of like a little more artificial, but in a... not in like a diegetic way, in like a sort of like game devy, like, okay, this is the end of the map. We're not, like... the player's not supposed to be going far past here. We're not gonna... put in tons of, like, dense detail into the environment. If we make it look super interesting, the player's gonna feel like, oh, I want to keep on looking and seeing what else might be out there. Let's go see if we can get any fruit from that tree. Because if so, we can power the base on, we can add on a scanner room, and we can see if there's any fragments or wrecks or whatever in our surroundings. Come on. You know, I'm feeling spiteful. No, wait, it worked. Good. Hate those things. They're not even useful for anything, they're just mean. All right. First we check on you.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
All right, fruit is growing. I don't care if it's realistic or not. I'm honestly just glad. Have I got what I need nearby to build that scanner room? I should. Yeah, I don't know why building off in that direction is not allowed. Whoop. That one either. There, that's something that works. I'll take it. I guess to do higher up, you'd need... maybe that's the thing you need foundation for? Hey! Hey! That's mine. Go away. Where'd you go? Try that again, you're getting the drill. I dare you. Jerk. Now what? That was one of these... Oh. A lot of you are getting the drill. Because of how terrible you are. Awful. Miserable things. Clear out. Thank you. Okay. Health could be improved. Food and water too, I suppose. I think I need some table coral to finish that construction. I might have some in the Cyclops. Let's see. We can also check on the power in here. Because I would love to be able to leave the lights on at least. Okay, no, that seems like it's going to be fine. We've not lost any energy whatsoever since I left it last time. We'll see how much just having the lights on passively drains, but wandering around in the dark in here feels a little silly. Anyway. A little more health, water, and food would be smart. And do I have table coral in here? Oh, I have coral too, but that's different. Curses. It's possible I can find some around here. Find enough reason to wander around a little bit more, I suppose. A little bit more aimless without the scanner to direct us towards something, but if we're lucky, we'll find some coral. Right, it's outside. Wonder if we will find any just out and around here. It was looking pretty dead. This zone in general. Like, it could be that some kind of coral grows out here, but nothing super obvious from the look of things. Let me just sea glide in the direction of home and see how soon we find something coral adjacent. There's lots of ores out here, which is great. What is this one? Silver? All right, cool. So yeah, plenty of ore to find out in this biome, but also sharks and mesmers. So a little more dangerous. Kind of seems like food supplies out here are pretty scarce too, compared to some other places we've been. I've been kind of trying to think of where I want to build. Like, we're building some little small outposts, and that's all well and good, but all right, we'll definitely find some coral around here. I have been wanting to build a larger forward, like, proper base. Smaller than what we have back home, obviously, but, like, something that's a little bit more self-sufficient and stocked up. Just to be sort of a proper base of operations when trying to go deeper. So we're not having to return all the way back to home to, I think this is the wrong kind of coral, but yeah, it is. Okay, now this is tube coral, which good, but not what I'm looking for. But yeah, I've been trying to figure out where I would want that forward base to be. It might be that the... Wow, we're all the way home. The northeastern little station we built out kind of in the mushroom forest area
Welcome aboard, Captain.
is a good candidate for that. It's a pretty safe area, plenty of food around, plenty of materials around. We could probably build up a base pretty well there. But it's only like 1 kilometer away from our home base and a pretty easy trip between the two. I don't know, like maybe trying to build something larger further down, further like deeper would be smarter. I don't know. I don't know. It could be that both is a decent answer. Build something a little more robust in the mushroom forest area, if that makes sense to do. And then find a relatively, like, no spot's gonna be that safe once you're, like, deep down, but if you can find a relatively safe-ish spot down there to get a base started, something near a thermal power source, ideally, then you could get a new base of operations going. It could work. Anyway, we got the right kind of coral. Let's go. All right, all right. Let's finish that up. There we go. Let's see if we've got any more fruit growing here. Yes, we do. Beautiful. It's gonna eat this one just since I had one too many, but actually, we're about to be draining a bunch of power here, so... Ooh, that's cool seeing the lay of the land there. Yeah, okay. Let's do a scan for fragments again. Ghost Leviathan. You know? That would also be, if there's one nearby, I'd like to know. And then steer clear. Is that what the more spectral looking Leviathan thing we were seeing down in the Acid River area? Is that a ghost Leviathan? Oh, we're not spotting one close by. Huzzah. I'll take it. This is a really handy way to find more dense cave networks as well. I'd not really put 2 and 2 together there. Granted, it's like really, it's a lot easier to see this one because of the layout of the map being so, like, such a steep incline. Still, that's really cool. Okay, I'm not spotting one, and that's honestly great. Love it. Fragments, then. One way up there. Surely you can find more than that, though. Come on. Really? I guess it usually takes a little while, especially when the scanner room hasn't been upgraded at all. Let's let it scan for a bit. I'll start marching toward the one we can see. And, yeah, I'll just hang on to this. Even if it goes rotten, I imagine it'll still work just fine in the reactor. Come on, prawn suit.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Let's find the one fragment in the area, apparently. Oh, just out of range. Come on. There we go. Oh, gotta hold it longer. Still kind of figuring out how to effectively use this for speed. Folks in comments were insisting that the grapple arm... There it is. Okay, so like doing that and then finishing it with a jump, probably a good way to get that... Yeah, a good way to get that speed going. All right. All right. I see. So what's this now? Scanner room fragment. Ah. Joy. No others, really. There really might just not be much for wreckage out here. Good for drilling, but not much else, perhaps. Good to know, I suppose. Yeah, I'm actually surprised. It's really coming up empty. Huh. Wait, hang on. Work on that aim. Oh. There it is.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Better.
Systems online.
And power is still acceptable. Lovely. Good, good, good. We should turn the scanner off, because that's giving us nothing. And then we should head back home. I actually want to try a different approach for setting up our last station. Let me take the asterisks off this one. There we go. Yeah, I think I want to take a different approach this time. Rather than taking, like, getting ourselves all loaded up with the Cyclops and the prawn and everything else, I wonder if just packing the Seamoth up with enough stuff to get a simple base built and gunning it out there, that might be faster and a little bit easier. Maybe we've just kind of been doing this in a very unwieldy way. It's very possible. Good to know this works, though. This setup seems very viable. So, yeah, I don't know what the northern direction would necessarily look like how deep down I'll have to be going, setting our base up, but maybe this is just a better thing to plan for, taking stuff for the bioreactor. Won't be able to just bring the fruit on the Seamoth, as it'll probably go bad before we get there, but even so. There's trade-offs. Let's get this thing back toward home.
Engine powering up.
I'm ready to not be here. It's too darn dark, man. There we are. Feels good being back in a place where it doesn't just get pitch black dark,
Powering down.
even at night. It's a positive change, in my opinion.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
See, this is just nice. I've missed it. Got my power cell recharging station, which honestly, maybe this is a good time to stop the episode, so I can get all those recharged, or in here and recharging, get ourselves all sort of set up, and I'll grab all the stuff that I need to set up another little station out. And where are we headed for this last one? I think just north. We've been out west, and the western one has an abundance of good stuff out there. That's seeming like the most promising direction to head, that and northeast. North could also be interesting to check out, though. I feel like we should also, not to delay going deeper any further, but I'm also curious to, like, I don't know if I'm going to set up a station out east on the other side of the Aurora. That just kind of seems pointless. But I do sort of feel like I should go at least I should know what's out there. I didn't really ever venture far beyond the eastern side of the Aurora at all to look around. And I don't even know if there's anything there to see, but probably good to check, right? Just to know what we're dealing with. We might do. But yeah, let me get all prepped for stuff tomorrow, and I will see you then for some more adventures, some maybe more ill-advised than others. Goodbye!